What's that sound? What's up, everybody? We just left the foundation job, got it ready for tomorrow, installed the foam, tamped everything, got the wire in on the porch. So we're gonna pour tomorrow at 10 a.m. Yesterday leaving, we hit a piece of concrete on the van. Exhaust got super loud, so we tried fixing it this morning. We see a couple of studs on the manifold broke on the bottom. Can't get them off. We went under there and snapped another one. So the easiest way for us to fix it is to replace the manifolds, which we are pulling now. And we might as well pull this manifold here because there's a broken stud, or there's a stud missing right here, a nut on that one. I don't know if I could retighten that or not. We may just replace that manifold too. Quick update on the Kenworth. I know people have been asking about it. We work on it, you know, a couple hours here or there, doing a little more work than I wanted to do on it as far as mechanic wise, and I'll go through that now. But first things first, we changed the bumper out, the grill. We got a new grill, we got a wind deflector, and we got a 14-inch drop visor. So she's looking pretty stout on that end. And then we're getting the front end aligned. On the inside, we didn't do much. I replaced that panel right here. That was all screwy Louie right here. There was a bunch of glue and something there. I replaced that and some miscellaneous buttons and stuff that was missing. Retightened everything. Yeah, so the inside's looking good. On the back, I rebushed the whole walking beam suspension, which is here. Put new hardware and the studs in here, put new saddle caps, and rebushed all the end beams, which are there. So this thing's super tight, all brand new. What was happening was, I remember I looked at two of these. One of them was rebushed. Somehow I got screwed up. I asked him if this one was rebushed because I noticed these tires were walking out on sharp turns. Needless to say, it had the original bushings in there. Truck's got 300 on it, so they were pretty whooped. Replaced all those. The back tailgate, if you remember, this was all bent down and ripped right here. Jacked that all straight and re-welded that. Got the tailgate off now because there was some cracked welds, and we're just straightening that out. Here's someone must have hit it with a bucket. You can see the top. I cut these angle irons off. They go here. I cut that all loose so I could straighten this, and then we got just cracked welds here, and then on the inside just a couple cracks. But you can see there's a kink. I don't know. Hang on, I just kicked some dust. I don't know if you can see that here, but there's a super bend in that. Basically, the tailgate has a bow in it that someone was loading it and probably fell forward and smashed that tailgate. So once I get my 160 back, we're gonna put this up on blocks, put blocks on each corner and push down, straighten that out, reinforce it with some good steel, and we'll make that thing secure. That will be next week. And then gonna sandblast all this still, paint that, and then DA this, and all this will get painted. And then the frame is all gonna get painted too, and that's coming up soon. Just like I said, we just strapped on time, just tinkering here and there. And I also replaced, let me open the hood. I also replaced inside on the steering rod. Just a minor up there on the firewall. You see that little boot? I replaced that. That was all tore up and loose. Oh yeah, and then there was a radiator bracket support was cracked on the bottom of the radiator. I just re-welded that. There was a crack down here. I don't know, just stress or whatnot. City driving, a lot of potholes, boom, boom, boom. These guys, in whatever curbs, I don't know. But that's all fixed. But yeah, slowly going through it. Put new rubbers on this, on the hood. Those were missing. Still got some straightening out like this. I got to straighten that out. Obviously this gets all painted. But people were asking about it. There's no big rush to put this on the road. I ain't even on the road because we're still running the other dump truck, and I'll have them both on the road at the same time. But this one, there's no rush right now. I want it perfect, and I want it shiny and nice when it goes out. I'm gonna have my whole logo right here on that smooth side, so it has to be good when it has its reveal. And I still got to put the pintle plate and all that for towing back here. That doesn't have that, so I got to run air and do the air from inside the cab. It's gonna be, you know, it ain't that difficult. It's just another process. But right now, I'm just getting everything straightened out for painting, and that's where we're at on this. Like I said, I didn't expect to do all this whole suspension underneath. I mean, we did all new. You can see bushings in there. That whole center, right here, that rod's all new. Right here, studs all brand new, and the bolts and these saddles then bushed, and then it's got bronze bushings inside and rubber bushings and bar pins on the end, and all new hardware to boot. So I didn't expect to do all that. That was a nightmare. I searched YouTube. I should have videoed it. I just, you know, just get home from work after the regular videos, and you're doing this at night and evenings. I just didn't feel like videoing it, but I couldn't find a video on how to drop that walking beam. We're having the tires still on it and stuff, and that was a nightmare to do, but we did it. We dropped that, and because once you drop everything, then the frame has to drop. Everything's held in, so we had to jack up off the back, hold the frame, and then if you pull the tires, then your axles drop. So we left the tires on to hold the axles, so it was really tight in there for our bodies to fit and everything, but we got it. And that's where we're that's where we're at on that, on the Kenworth. Miko's just pulled this manifold, so there we go. We're good to go. We'll put a new manifold on there. And then, so we had this bolt was intact, that was intact. This one was, no, intact. This one was missing, sheared off, which I'll show you here. So this one was intact. That one was the one sheared off, and it was leaking, and then I broke that one off. So then I'm like, you know what? It's just easier to go buy one of these instead of trying to mess with all that. All right, local Napa's got the parts coming at 1 o'clock. Just pulled all the spark plugs too. Just because we got it apart this far, we might as well. The other side, we inspected that manifold. That looks good. It's just missing a bolt on the bottom, but the stud is there. So we're just going to get a nut for it. Doesn't look like it was leaking though. This side definitely was. All right. All right, some nice new shiny parts. Gotta love shiny parts. $200 just because the studs, you know. That's what's crazy. The manifold was good on the other one. I mean, I theoretically could have just put new studs in it, but they had this in stock, and I wasn't. It is what it is. It was easier just to change it in order that I had to drill out them other studs and mess around with that. So whatever. It's new. It's done. We'll get this on, and simple. Make sure this goes down in there, put the gasket on, and put the bolts on. All right, got all the bolts in, gaskets in. Everything's nice and loosely put on there. Don't tighten one part down at a time. And even these bottom ones down here, you know what I mean? Then snug your manifold, then tighten the bottom one. If you tighten this bottom one, you may not get this in because there's pressure on it for some reason, but all right. I'm gonna finish snugging these down, and good to go. All right, new spark plugs. I just had to run back down and get them because I forgot them, and I wanted to get the manifold on, so me put that manifold on, and the bottom bolts are all in down there, right there. So we'll get these sparkies in and then fire up. All right, just snug these up. The spark plugs, make sure we got them all snuggy nuggy, and put the ends on like so. Look at those ends, huh? The spring. That's not that one, that's this one. So they snap. All right, all the spark plugs are on, in, and connected all the way around. He's just hooking the air cleaner back up, and we will give it a fire. I think we're pretty confident there'll be no leak. Everything's new. All right, moment of truth. I hear something leaking. Is that on that side? Right where that black spot is. This side's all tight and good, I believe. But I do hear an exhaust leak. Oh, it's leaking right out here. All right, I gotta go down and retighten that. Looks like the gasket's leaking. All right, hang on. All right, guys, I took down that flange, bolted it back up. Seemed a little bit better. It was just a little tweaked on there. But yeah, she ain't loud no more. Got new spark plugs in her. And the other thing I did on this truck was we put those new mirrors on up on top. So we're gonna straighten this out right now. Take that apart and straighten it. So basically this is what we've been doing after work every couple days, just tinkering, straightening things out. Now we just took that bottom step off, straightening the bracket, using a jack there. He's gonna put a little pressure on it. This was all bent and tweaked. Already straightened it the best we could with big monkey wrenches there, and put a little snug, and then I'll hit it like this. And that should straighten that part out pretty good. Looks good. Now we'll just fix this, straighten that out that way with the channel. Where'd they go? Oh, right there. We'll put those on there. Right here.
Lost the bolt.
Huh?
One of the bolts fell down the back.
Here, just set right here. I got it. Pull it into you. A little bit more. There you go. A little more pulling that way. Good. Out a little bit. A little bit. Good. All right, looking good. That bracket should sit on there flat. We just got to peek this one up neat right here. Just look down at it. Not that bad. All right, so we already did straighten that a little bit. And now we just got to straighten this. So basically, look at how bad that is. And this edge is straight, so we're gonna flip it around and put the straight edge out, but we'll straighten this so it will be hidden in there, but it will sit flat. All right, so we're all set and rigged up to bend that straight. And we do this kind of stuff all the time. Let me know if you guys like to see this stuff. But we're always tinkering and straightening and fixing things, because obviously stuff breaks all the time. And we just started filming this year, but there's a lot of stuff I don't film because, you know, I don't know. It just seems like, why film? And then after I do it, it's like, okay, I should have filmed that. So he's putting pressure with the porter power. We're rigged up to the top of the Connex. And we got this blocked up. And he's bending it straight. It's going. All right, we re-rigged and just different little setup to put more pressure in the center. Hang on, back off. I missed my mark. Right there, go ahead. All right. Go ahead. She's a bending. A little bit more. All right. You got to go past the breaking point. You got to preload it, and then she'll come back. See how bent we got that? Now go ahead. See how she comes back? So you always got to go past the breaking point. Not bad. So that's gonna be our face, our step. That little bit right there just got to get out, and this back edge don't matter because that's gonna be under the truck. So I just want to get that piece right here. All right, we just got I just dry fit it, no bolts are in it, but do you see that edge is nice and straighter anyways. The back is good, and the bad part that's bad is hidden. So as long as our bolt holes line up and the panels are nice and straight, we straighten these, then this one will get put into the bolt hole. I think will be pretty good. A lot better. I was trying to buy another one of these. What a hard time just getting that one piece. And you know, so done did now. So again, like I said, if you guys like this type of videos, I do them all the time. You know, I try to do stuff on Saturdays and Sundays in the evening, like today. Obviously we had a light day at work. We just finished that up for the concrete tomorrow, so we had to fix the van no matter what. And I think, okay, let's tinker on this a little bit. But yeah, if you like this, leave it in the comments. Type in fix it, and fix it, fix it, fix it. All right, thumbs up, thanks.